The invention of government paper then belongs to the credit or the blame of Massachusetts, the royal government of Massachusetts. What happened was that there was a custom in those days for Massachusetts troops to go out and raid and plunder the French in Quebec, and excuse me, in Nova Scotia. The French were very productive fishermen. They didn't have too many people up there, but they had a lot of fish and furs and so forth. So every 3 or 4 years, Massachusetts troops would go up there and plunder it. And they come back with the loot to Boston and auction it off and pay the soldiers out of the proceeds. Sort of a pirate expedition, is the best way I can describe it. And this was one of the customs of Massachusetts, which we don't hear about on the bicentennials. But at any rate, and the French being outnumbered usually lost. Well, this time the French won. And this before 1690. It was a plunder expedition. We go out there and steal the fish and the furs. And they had a good fort there, and they were ready for us. And anyway, they won. So the troops come back, not only with no booty, no loot, and also not getting paid. One of the great insights we have in history is that in the course of history, when soldiers don't get paid, they get very, very edgy. Okay? So you have a lot of edgy people with guns. This makes the government very upset, very, very worried. They don't like this. So the Massachusetts government is wildly looking around for some way to pay the soldiers. And they of course didn't have any credit, they didn't have any gold. As usual, they're in bad fiscal shape, as true of almost any government. So they decided, why don't we just issue paper notes, call it pounds, and to pay them with that. Hope this works. So in December 1690, Massachusetts issued the first government paper money in the Western world. 7,000 pounds in paper notes to pay the salaries of these soldiers.